What up, peeps? Been a while since we've seen you guys. Super Bowl was in. We got all tied down in football. So here we are now with me and my boy Mike. We're going to sit down and just kind of talk a little bit about football. We're going to talk a little bit about just rehashing stuff that's been coming at us through questions and replies since we last been here. And, just kind of give a quick little gab today. And then starting next week, we'll be coming into more topics. We've been pretty lucky that people have been sitting in for topics that they want us to talk about. So we're going to just, once we come on, we're just going to talk those topics. And that's what we're going to do. And hopefully we can answer all the questions that's out there as we've been doing. But now we're going to take topics from our audience. So what's been happening with you, Mike?
Like we said, man, that Super Bowl, man. First of all, I just want to talk about that Super Bowl real quick, man. Then we'll talk about get into, get into us. So, what did you think about that Super Bowl, man?
Well, I thought it was a great game.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was a great game. A lot of people thought it was boring because people like high scoring. I like low scoring because it keeps it more intense. You don't know, you can't know what's going on. Yeah, we can all agree that who gets the ball last usually wins in this sport, but there's a couple of things that happened early. I thought that kind of upset San Francisco tummy a little bit. You know what I mean? When McCarthy fumbled on that drive going at the beginning.
Right.
And even though that was negative on both sides, but I think that kind of like messed with him a little bit, like shit, we had him right there, And so you know how it is in football, man. You've been there too, is that once one little momentum change, if you're down, it can bring you up. If you're up, it can bring you down. And sometimes when you're playing against a really good team like Kansas City, that spirit of getting back up, especially when you know they're gonna come and go straight down the field, that it can kind of burst a bubble a little bit.
Yeah, I just look at it, man. It's probably, to me, I think it was one of the best Super Bowls. I've seen every one of them. I've been there for every Super Bowl. So I just think, man, San Francisco and the coaches, they're trying to backtrack now. They weren't prepared for overtime. They didn't know the new rules for for playoff overtime. And I think that's what cost them. Their defense kind of did some things different in the second half, but they didn't give up a lot of points. You got to look at it. The points they gave up was off that muff punt, and that really wasn't their fault. So I thought the defense really played well. I think the coach, Shanahan or whatever his name is, he stopped running the ball, man.
That's you're right
all the time. And he stops running the ball, and he starts throwing the ball, and then they start going 3 and out and everything. And then the overtime, when you saw Mahomes' face when they said they flipped the coin, San Francisco won, and they said they wanted the ball. You saw what Mahomes' face looked like. It was like, really? Y'all going that route? And I think San Francisco also thought that the time was running out in the first quarter, and they was going to start a new overtime. So they thought Kansas City was going to kick a field goal, but there's going to be another quarter. It's just going to the second quarter, and I don't think they realized that. I think the defense said, "Hey, man, the time is running out. They're going to just kick a field goal," and it didn't work that way.
Well, that's a good way to look at it when you say they was unsure. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's a football team group of guys on the other side going to go, you know what, we're going to let them score, or we're going to hope they kick a field goal so we can go to the next thing. I truly believe that the biggest mistake of it all is what you said. They chose to get the ball instead of doing the normal change in an overtime. The other team usually would get the ball. Yeah, but when you look at football in general, you have to believe that even if I take the ball, my defense is going to stop you, so I'm not worried. So if the defense would have stopped them, no one would be having this conversation. Right?
True. But but when they drove down inside the 20, the defense looking at the clock was running out. They're thinking, hey, they'll just kick a field goal, tie us, we'll go into another overtime. That wasn't going to be the case because it's a new game, so they go into a second quarter. The time would have just ran out. They would have just switched sides and would still been Kansas City ball. And I think that's part of what Shanahan and them then explained to them, that it's a whole new game. It's not just an overtime quarter, it's a 4-quarter game. And
right.
and whoever scores, if they both get a chance to score, unless the defense scores first, then the game is over. But it's just a regular game. And San Francisco wasn't, you could see, and they even said they weren't prepared. They're backtracking off of it now, but they even said they didn't know that was the rule. They thought that, hey, San Francisco, Kansas City kicks a field goal, we're tied, we're going to a whole nother overtime quarter. And that wasn't it. You know,
but they didn't kick a field goal. They scored a touchdown.
I know they scored a touchdown because
I don't get that.
They scored a touchdown. Get that. They scored a touchdown, but they weren't. You could tell they were kind of like, you could see they were in disarray because hey, that dude was wide open.
But I know, but still, if a team is lining up without the fucking kicker, then they're not going to kick a field goal. They're going to go for a touchdown.
I understand
that's kind of how it is, right?
They're thinking that's what I'm saying. They're not thinking they're going to continue to go. They're thinking the time is running out. But anyway, man, like I said, that's probably one of the best Super Bowls. I think Mahomes is going to be in there in the GOAT category with your boy Brady real soon. He's young.
I think he'll get there,
man. He's a dog.
I think he'll get there, but he will not have the amount of time in the league as Brady. He don't, because of the different way they play football now.
Right.
You know, Brady played when they was hitting the quarterback, then he had this free moment time to where they were saving him, right? And also he wasn't a running quarterback.
Right.
So he got a chance to spend more time.
Right.
Now, as far as
he has his chance for injury, but I don't think even if he did, I don't think he surpasses Brady as far as the GOAT, because the person he never beat was Brady.
Yeah.
Brady beat him twice, but he'll be in that category because you got to look at it, man, and what he's doing. They're going to have to retool some things. It's going to be tough for them to go back again, I think, because they're going to have to retool. But I think, man, when you look at him, he's a dog, man, as a quarterback.
Oh, no, he deserves.
You want him to be your QB. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, he deserves every credit that he's getting. I mean, you can't take anything away from the guy. No one wants to bet, not even in Vegas wants to bet against him. So he has that whole thing locked down. But you know, I just believe that back to the game itself, when they got the 1 point extra point blocked, that took a lot of pressure off of Kansas City, because they know 3 points would get them back in the game. Other than that, they'd have to score. Right. So it'd have been a little bit more rush stuff. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen all of the quote conspiracy posting out there where they had a person downfield, a lineman downfield.
Right. But if you look at it though, but both teams did. If you want to go that route, both teams did when they ran that. When San Francisco ran the first touchdown when the receiver threw it. They had a receiver downfield, a lineman downfield too. So,
but I don't know. Wait a minute, I'm a little bit confused by that rule then, because that's considered a running play at that point. And then you can just like a back. It's like a throw.
No,
huh?
No, not when you throw it back. Not when you throw it. He threw it behind the line, so it's not a running play. So they had, and even official. Everybody looked at it and said, well, if you want to say technically that the Kansas City had a lineman down, or when you scored your touchdown, you had a lineman down the field too, and he was further down than the Kansas City lineman was.
That's true.
And then they want to say because they let when the ball hit the guy on the kick, they said that was part of the conspiracy too. Man, I played football long enough where I think you can throw. You can throw a basketball game because of the points. You can throw a baseball game because the way things can go. But to throw a football game, man, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's hard. I really do.
I don't. I think any receiver, any quarterback, any running back, those three positionings for sure can fumble, drop the ball, touchdown pass. So it depends. This is Robert Johnson theory, people. While you're out there, I believe that any person out there who has a serious ass betting debt can change a game. If a quarterback got a betting debt for some reason, and they say, you know what, we need you to throw 3 interceptions to pay your debt, that will happen. I just believe money rules it all out there when it comes to power and control. We see that in every part of our world right now. And so you guys can put that out there on your conspiracy stuff too. But you know what?
I understand what you're saying, but yeah. I didn't see it. I didn't see it that way. I just think that they got outcoached and they got outplayed.
Sure. It was a good game. It was a very good game. It was definitely a football game that you want to see and watch. I like the low scoring game. I like the referees letting them play. Any other game, they'd have called that little play of downfield. They said, you know what, we're not going to let this one little thing that's 2 yards away cause a problem. And they let them play football. And that's usually what they do in most all playoff games, basketball, whatever the case may be. Right. Yeah. They let them play.
Even when I ref, it's a playoff game, I'll let them play a little bit. Let
them play, man. That's you can't. If that's the case, you can call a penalty on every play.
Oh yeah.
If they want to, they can call a penalty on that. They may need another couple of referees out there, but you can call a penalty on every play.
And it was the most watched football game ever.
Yeah. Ever. Thank you, Taylor.
Ever.
Thanks, Taylor.
Hey, so anyway, man, let's get back to what we're supposed to be talking about.
No, hold on. Taylor Swift. I know you're listening to us out there. You can come on our show anytime, and we're gonna thank you again. You just keep on bringing all this TV time and making all these people upset and have all these stupid things to say out there, and they just hating. Only people who ever hate on.
I don't get it why they hating on her. I'm like, man,
only people that hate on others are the ones who have less.
Yeah.
No one has a bunch of money and complaining about it. It's all the people who don't have less.
Not trying. So they're gonna hate. I mean, hey, man, it's better. It's good for the game. I like that, man. It made it more interesting.
Absolutely did. But so yeah, man, rehashing on some stuff. You know, I was looking back at some of our questions, and if you recall back in the day when the guy asked about cardio, about splitting it up, and we both talked about how, yeah, if you want to do an hour cardio and you go 30 minutes, that's greater. Right. So then I noticed someone put like an A up under it and says a question. So what if I did 5 minutes and then I go back 2 hours later and do 10 minutes and I still get my hour cardio? And so I'm going to let you respond. I'm going to respond. I'm sure we may have two different things, which make it even more interesting.
Yeah.
But so how do you feel about splitting cardio up in such large segments over, say, for a period of, say, 30 minutes a day?
For me, I'll go into sometimes segments where I split it up, but I'll go either 30 minutes at a time or an hour at a time. I won't go 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. I think we talked about this before. You might burn some calories, but as far as getting into the fat and really doing some real work with it, I mean, I don't even think you're really getting anything out of it until you get maybe anywhere between 25 to 30 minutes in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. I mean,
no. I really don't think it's a wrong or right answer. I just think it's what you want to get out of a workout in general. Calories are calories. If you burn 10 calories and then the next minute you burn 100 calories, those are still calories burned. I agree with what you said. I think that the misconception is that long as I get it in, I'm good. And then I have to say no to that. I mean, you want to get in a certain amount of time. And as you mentioned, I think it's true fact that after a 20-minute workout, now your body is now starting to recognize your source of energy is going into your fat source, right? Now, we all agree that we don't burn fat while we're doing cardio, but what we're actually doing is breaking it down so the body can utilize it as a source of energy.
Right.
That's why you say you go longer, right?
Right.
I think people who are overweight and endurance level is very low, before you get your heart rate up so high, go 10 minutes, stop. Right. Whatever, 2-3 hours later, go 10 more until you build that endurance to go forward. Then you should do it. But calories are calories, in or out, same thing. It's just that how much effort you want to put into it. But in the long scheme of things, I do believe that if you go longer than 20 to 30 minutes longer than your first little warm up, 10 minutes, then the chance of you getting your heart rate up, getting a chance to break down more body fat, and still burn more calories in the long run. So just remember that you're not burning fat, you're burning calories and breaking down body fat to be used as energy.
Exactly. And the thing is too with that, I think we agree on this because you just said that, you know, when usually I get a client that's kind of overweight or whatever, and we start doing cardio, I'll start them off at a low amount of time and we start adding time to it because in order to get your heart and your endurance right, you have to do it that way. We can't say, okay, put them on there the first day, and obviously they're not going to be able to do 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But you know, they work their way into the final time or the goal time down the road. And like you said, it's about burning calories. You know, if we're calorie counting and burning calories, yeah, that's fine. But like you said, when you want to start breaking down the fat so it starts working for you the right way, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of time on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so people out there, you know, with this cardio stuff we're talking about, make sure that you go 220 minus your age so you can kind of have an idea of your maximum heart rate. Because the last thing you want to do is go above your maximum heart rate. I'm not a medical doctor, but what I've read and seen, a lot of people say once you go about 10 minutes above your maximum heart rate and you're pumping like that, your chance of going into fibrillation is real high. Heart attacks are real high. All those things are high. So just never try to break that area. I always say go 75% of your max heart rate. Once again, it's all about burning calories anyway, so you don't need to like actually kill yourself, literally kill yourself trying to burn calories. So that's real important. So just
that's what I do. You know, when I do my cardio, I'm just, you know, I'm not trying to win a race. I'm just trying to burn some calories. You know, people say, well, I know a couple of guys that say, hey man, I do look at how many calories I burn in 30 minutes. I'm like, well, you know what? Yeah, I do an hour, man, but I'm not trying to kill myself. You over here huffing and puffing. And I'm like, you know, I'm doing the turtle. I'm the turtle, and the turtle always beat the hare. So you got to remember, man, sometimes you got to do it. You know, you do what's best for you. I'm not trying to get in the marathon. I'm not trying to run in the Olympics or anything. I'm just trying to, like I said, we always talk about aesthetics. You know, I'm just trying to look good. I'm trying to feel good. And, you know, that's some of the things that we're here for. You know, we're trying to get you experience about the things that we have done in the past, because you put me and Rob's experience together, man, it's over 60-some, 70-some years of experience of fitness, you know, one way or another. So we have done some things wrong. We've done a lot of things right. We've experienced some things that we had to make changes to. But hey, we're in our 60s and we're still looking good and we're still fit. Rob looks a little bit better, but he is a little younger, so I will give him that.
And plus, I just shaved. I can have the same goatee as him, people. So believe that.
See, so he looks a lot younger than me. So people might say, well, dang, the guy on the other side looks pretty young. That's because he shaves his little gray goatee off.
I shaved that shit off. Hey, guys, you guys out there listening to this, man, all fun is good, right? But we talked about HIIT training too, Michael. Mm-hmm. And you notice that at the end, Michael was talking about how some kids said, I burn this many calories in this amount of time. And Michael had said, I've been a turtle and I'm able to get those calories in. It may take a little bit longer. So understand the thing with HIIT training. There's only a few people out there who can actually do HIIT training consistently to where they can do it all the time. Normally, people like ourselves, you're not going to feel motivated to go do HIIT training every time you go and train. So finding something that's going to make you consistent is greater than going out there playing games with something that you know you're not going to stick to. Right. It's kind of like your foods. Find foods you like to eat it in moderation, and realize that you want to try to eat the best that you can and not just kind of go from there. I'll share a story with you guys real quick. Is that I know an IFBB pro, Jerry Rice. I can give you his name. He's like 6'7", probably 290 shredded when he was competing back in the day when I was in San Diego. This guy would eat Burger King, Whoppers, Burger King 3 times, and he would be lean as hell. And that is because he had so much muscle that Burger King stuff was only the protein and the fat for him. He just burned that shit off like it's nothing. So my point is this. if you find some foods that you really like, and I'm not saying you go out and eat burgers because you probably don't have that much muscle, but go out and find some things that you enjoy eating and create a meal plan to a calorie count. So, meaning that, say you want to have a French fry, a small French fry every day. Find out how many calories that is, and then add your remaining calories to that on a good note. Now you got something that you like every day that's going to try to keep you focused, and it'll also allow you to slowly transition over to the right things. So don't feel as though you got to just like go from ground zero to 100 to drop the weight, and you know that you're not going to stick to it because you're frustrated with having to change your foods. So find some foods that you like and stick to it, but just remember, it's all about the amount that you're taking in to the amount that you're burning out. So true fact.
And Rob, man, that's the key, man. I love how you say that, because a lot of people, man, you know, you get some trainers that be like, oh, I got to put you on this diet and everything, got to stay to it. But yeah, you'll see people, they might do it for maybe the max 60 days, 90 days, and they're looking good. They lost this weight, but then all of a sudden they're bored. So they start cheating. They start getting a cheat meal. They start cheating back.
Yeah.
When we talk, we're talking about being consistent and making it a lifestyle for the rest of your life. So we know you can't go this like this the rest of your life, straight down that line. So that's why when Rob was saying, hey, get something, do something that you like, and look at the calories and measure it and everything, that's the right way to do it. Longevity. That's how you're gonna be in the game for a long time. Because if you keep yo-yoing, you know what's gonna happen. You keep yo-yoing with your weight, and that's not healthy. You know, you go from obese or heavy to losing weight, then you get back up there, you're heavy again. That's a lot of pressure on your heart. And those are the things that we try to tell you, you know, because like we said, we're still here, we're still doing things, and we're still learning too as we go. We can't, well, I'm never gonna say I can't learn anything anymore. And I don't know, I'm not gonna sit there and say I know everything either. But we're trying to go off experience to help other people that want to be consistent, that want to be dedicated and focused and have that aesthetic look as they grow older. And that's what we're talking about.
Absolutely. Oh, and by the way, people, that was Axel getting in the picture there. He wanted to have his debut.
A lot better than my dog Missy. This would be jumping up, licking, barking, and everything else.
Yeah, he wanted to get his debut, and Axel is 110-pound Roddy, and he's 5 years old. He's act like a cat. So he thinks he's 5 pounds. And so he thought, let me jump up here and see what Dad's doing. So he got a chance to see what's going on. But yeah, man, it's one of those things, brother, that this fitness world, we can make it as easy as we want, or we can make it as difficult as we want. I will say make it as easy as you want, and then find a happy medium in there so you won't be on the failure side. Now, once again, it's always okay to fail as long as you get back up and do it again, because you learn from why you did it wrong. But you know, as long as you can stand on the right side of the road instead of the wrong side of the road, the chance of you getting your results is going to be a lot faster. So what Mike and I have done and come onto this show is we're going to always keep it real. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk sports. We told you guys that. We also said we're going to throw in a lot of different things starting with the show, because we're going to let other people bring up topics. So if we're going to have something that's explicit, we're going to have explicit written across the screen because people want to know, and we're going to share it, and we're not going to hold back. We're not going to piss anybody off. We're not trying to piss anybody off, but we're probably going to talk about stuff that you want to know, that you didn't even think you could even hear someone talk about it, that's kind of lived the lifestyle or understand the lifestyle or whatever the case may be. But we're going to tell you not just from our experience, because some of the stuff they asked, we probably never experienced it, but we're going to throw it out there and kind of give our thought on it and let you guys kind of decide. But make sure you guys go and subscribe, man. And like I said, we just want to come out here today and rehash some times with you guys and let you know what we got going on. But right now, Mike, what is the weather like right now in California?
Man, hey, the weather in California is bad again, man. We got like winds right now, man. I'm surprised we didn't hear it right now. The winds are bad. It's some flooding supposed to be going on again. It's supposed to be some more storms coming through.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got a little sunshine today for a little break, but the wind was bad. But it's supposed to be storming again. It's supposed to be flooding again. What about you guys out there?
Shit, today I went on a motorcycle ride, and it was probably I don't know, maybe 52, but it was, had a wind chill power like 48 or something like that. But I went on a 2-hour motorcycle ride back, there and back, and it was all good as long as you covered up. We got leathers and stuff, so we enjoyed that.
Right.
When I ended up going to Hooters with some of my boys, and we decided, what's funny about Hooters now? These kids are getting younger and younger, and it's like, should we even be in here?
I know.
They all look like they're like 12 and 13. It's crazy, man. I'm like, how old are you? How are you working in here looking like that? You know what I mean?
How you serving drinks?
Yeah. I said, is this why you only carrying water? Because you're like 16 or something in this place? But yeah, so we went there and we laughed and had some fun there and kind of kicked back, had some boy time, and got back here and talked to my media guy about my app. And that goes live at 8 o'clock your time, be 10 my time. And then we're going to start, sharing as much as possible through an app. And Mike and I are going to come here and share it through our podcast. And you guys can share your ideas right here by posting and going and subscribing. So look forward to it. That's it.
That's it. Make sure you guys, like Rob said, make sure you subscribe. You can reach me at Big Darkness 59 on Instagram. Also on House of Darkness Fitness on Instagram. Big Rob.
Yep, I'm at the legendary Robert Johnson on Instagram, and of course www.robertjohnsontraining.com. You can go there and hook me up, and I'll hit you back up, and we'll get you caught up with this app and situation in case you're just looking for something you can do at home, or you want to take me with you to the gym without me being there. So it's going to be broken down, so simplified that you can go to a piece of equipment that you've never seen by looking at the library of the videos I have, and it'll walk you step by step on what you do on that machine.
And who wouldn't want to take Robert with you to the gym?
Hello. Hello, you never know. I might become this virtual thing and pop up out of nowhere. Hello. We got Kevin Ross on there. Hello, Kevin. How you doing? Let me see what Kevin got to say before I let him go. Talk to Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
I know Kevin. I think Kevin's from Stockton.
Yeah. Doing good, he says. I'm going to tell him to reach out to you then, since you know him, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know him? Okay.
Yeah. Tell him, he needs to come on, give me some questions.
Yeah. Mike said to reach out to him. Hold on, peeps. I'm just writing something here. We're getting these people coming on. You know how we do this.
Bear with us, people.
Yeah. It's a commercial break.
You know how the new commercials now, you still get that little thing, and they don't have commercials the whole 60 seconds no more.
Yeah, I got you totally. Or they have the QR code now. Hit this button.
Yeah, hit this button or the music the music playing with the QR code.
Yeah. So he's down. He said he would reach out to you and get you send some topics and stuff. He said he liked what's going on here, and might want to come on and be a guest with us. So
awesome.
Let's make it happen.
There we go.
All right. Well, that's how we do it, people. People come on and send us questions either when we're on or when we're off. So Kevin just came on now and just kind of giving us some ideas of what he want to talk about. That'll be happening next Sunday, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific.
There it is.
And we'll be right here. Right here. Right. So peace out, people.
Peace out, deuces, people. All right.
Take care, brother. All right. See you later, man.
All right.